What up? How's it going? Hey, man, so far, you know, as I said, I'm very much familiar with this show. This is not one of those things where it's like, I didn't even know this existed. It's very much a thing when I was growing up. But so far as I've watched it, it sort of checks all those boxes of things where you knew it was going to be a hit, right? You had this dope intro song, one that, who knows, I'll probably never skip it after when I watch the show. You have a dope main character who has his own issues, right? You have the cast of characters. Each one of them seems to have their own issues and personality so far, right? And we're talking about in the gangster side and the family side, right? Like his mom, his daughter and son, his wife. Like, look at all these characters, right? Like, it's only been 2 episodes, and I feel I'm very much familiar with all these characters. They're familiar in their place in like media from the past, but also I want to see what takes place with them, right? Yeah, man, this is going to be interesting. Of course, you have that whole thing of the Italian mobster. As far as films go, it's found its place in the whole Americana sort of thing, right? You got the cowboys, you have them, the Italian mobsters. There's a million police shows on, right? The firefighter, you know what I mean? There's all these different things that have been done before, but this seems to be right up there at the top. And for it to be a show and not a movie, right? That's another big part of this. Is before this, it was all about the mob movie, but now we got this show, and already I can see why y'all fuck with it, right? Hey, let's go ahead and get this episode started.
You should have just rang the doorbell, Brendan. Come on.
Hey, yo!
God, he's a fucking idiot.
What are you doing?
He's a fucking idiot.
It's a gift from Tony Soprano.
Well, and then he said to tell Tony thank you, and if there's anything Tony needs, you should give him a call.
Tony? They hijacked Conley's truck. I get it back, and old man Conley's thanking Tony?
You should have sent a clear-cut signal to Lord. You fuck with Junior Soprano.
Take it easy. We're not making a Western here.
Like, calm your ass down.
That is a special-made psychological picture. Like that what do you call it, test? The Rorschach.
Rorschach.
It's depressing and scary to you?
Not to me, but it's got that built right into it.
You're worried about him?
Jackie? Jackie's so fucking mean he'll scare that cancer away.
Your friend has cancer.
We're in episode 3, and the vulnerability that they're showing is dope, right? Like, normally, if you go back and watch like old mob stuff, the vulnerability comes within the game, right? You know what I mean? You see Henry Hill when he's basically shunned because he did what Paulie told him not to. Like, you feel what I'm saying? That's the vulnerability you see. On here already, the vulnerability is like everyday shit. They took out the whole mythology of this, and they're breaking it down. So a mobster with cancer, it's like, yeah, they get cancer too. A mobster with family problems, yeah, family problems. You know what I mean? Like,
Stump cell therapy's
Paulie, don't you listen. You don't want to hear no more cancer talk.
Now get the fuck out of here.
Trust me, you got a break being Jewish.
Jews, that's right. I knew there was something. Tony, you know that guy Titleman?
Owns all that property. That motel down the street from the club.
my man said Jews. I knew there was something. If you ever remember something like that in that way, you know it's about to be some funny ass shit.
The Jew with the black clothes and the curls and everything.
They're called Hasidim.
I see them, but I don't believe them.
Run. Huh? Trust me. You don't want to do business with these people.
He said there's 25 large in it if we can get him this here get.
I sang Old Tottenbaum one time in 5th grade.
That crash you all heard was Meadow Soprano jumping her cue.
Miss Maris, we're really exhausted from studying for SATs. We were up past 2.
Teacher, no one gives a fuck about your recital. I'm trying to get to fucking college.
Calm, you did not have to do this. I mean, we don't see each other like we used to, and
I want that to change.
They're putting us through a second arson investigation. It doesn't make any sense. Who would burn down a perfectly good restaurant? It's stupid.
Yeah, who would do that?
This is my son. Does he have a name, or do we have to give him one?
It wasn't until I was in the military I realized how many people never saw Hasidim. Like, they never saw Hasidic people before. It's just something you see in, like, the tri-state area. You know what I mean? A lot of people, that's not a thing that they will ever see in their life unless it's on some racist shit. And they'll you know what I mean? They'll make, like, racist caricatures of Hasidim and shit like that. You'll see that online and shit. I want to see how they do with these characters. Hey, y'all ever seen that movie A Stranger Among Us with the white chick? She was a cop. They had to go. I can't remember.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's still out. What would you do if your daughter was abused by her husband? Talk to him.
Yeah, in ball peen hammer.
You may be having a family problem that I can help you with. And if I can do it, that would make me happy.
You handling do. Isn't there Zugen do?
He wants 50, we get 25.
Du hast beschaffte Keulung hier. Punkt für den Rav in der Meise. Ist auch was Atem, deine Miese Stick. So.
He right to be skeptical.
I made this place. The flyers, the car rental drop-off, the business breakfast. And he owes me. And I intend to get what's mine.
Listen to me, you weirdo fuck. You give Shlomo whatever the fuck he wants, and you forget this 50% shit. Fuck you!
Buckus. Say buckus, Paulie.
What? That's how they say nothing. Fuck that. This is how I say nothing. How's that for nothing?
What the bell? Fuck that. This is how I say nothing. Bing! Bing! I'm sorry, that was hilarious.
Pediatric hospital, such a worthy cause.
Oh, no. Una! There is fingerprints all over the brake front.
She's usually very good. From Poland.
I want a cop.
Here you go.
I remember this part right here.
We want to score some crystal.
Yeah, you got money?
Shut up. You ain't giving them shit.
Why not?
How about for starters, your father will put a bullet in my head?
I remember him saying this to her.
Since when do you take speed anyway?
Fine. Just thought I'd ask you before we went down to Jefferson Avenue.
Those Moulignans will rob you, rape you, and leave you on the side of the road.
I also remember him saying that.
You can't let her go down to Jefferson Ave. They'll sell her Ajax.
No, sweetheart, I have not been out of this bed all day.
I'm sorry, I just need to check some vitals.
Hey, what are you doing?
Damn IV. Damn. I got it.
You see his face? He's like, the fuck?
You prick! You should have seen your face! You should have seen your face! I've been out of bed all day, honey.
That was nice of you to have a party for your friend.
There was a tumor, and they took it out, and it's recurred. This man has had chemo every day for 3 fucking weeks, and he still has every last hair on his head. So don't tell me about how it sounds, because you don't know him, and you don't know me, and you don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
What's happening is we're getting closer to you confronting your true feelings about what's really going on here. The tree in the painting, write it out, you said? There's nothing in that picture to indicate that.
The fucking painting. I knew that was a fucking scam.
The ducks, it took on another meaning. What happens to a tree that's rotted out?
Trees, ducks, what the fuck are you, Ranger Rick? I'll tell you, some job you shrinks got, you think everybody's lying to you while you're pulling scams on them. Fuck you!
I'm serious. Just this once, okay? I'm no drug dealer. I just don't want to see you get poisoned.
Tell Brendan the hunter would rather die than go out with him.
Brendan? Christopher, you keep that asshole away from that child, you understand me?
The guy offers us 2 tickets to the Caribbean out of pure friendship for me. You won't take them because they're tainted. But for some snob-ass party, it's all right. I take his money to clean his toilets.
You're not cleaning his toilets, you're a chef.
So you don't mind he fronts me some money for a new place because he offered. How is it different? I'm a chef. I need a place to cook.
How? I'm giving Carmela my support, that's how. And it's for a very reputable cause. But to have that man as a partner, trust me, Artie, that would be insane.
It's pretty crazy how ingrained they are into the community to the point where it's not like it's gangsters over here, everyday lay people over here. Nah, they of the community. So in her mind, I'm working with them, but we're getting paid. Honest living. It's Carmela, even though she's the wife of a, mobster. And then, but him taking money, what she's saying is true. There is levels to it. But him taking that money becomes something different. You don't know how to go.
Charmaine. Sure. Charmaine.
Oh, the close-up of the hands, yeah. After I said everything I said, she then immediately followed it up by saying, yeah, I'm just doing her a solid, right? Like, it's for a good cause. It's like, doing her a solid? You just said you were getting paid to do something. Like, doing her a solid? No, you're not. I don't know. So, it's interesting. I said what I said, but it seems she talked herself into thinking this was something else. Like, nah, you working for her.
Shut up, sons of shit. Get in that fucking car. Get in there, you go, you motherfucking
I cook like this. It reminds me of what I lost. I can't tell you. It was like losing a limb. Sometimes I lay in bed
Stop,
and then...
Stop, Okay, enough already. Why'd you forget about the past? Look to the future.
Shut up about it, you depressing fucking jerk.
What the fuck do you know about it?
You motherfucker. You fucking jerk.
All this because you won't say yes to a divorce? It's not that simple. Why not? You sign your fucking name to a piece of paper. Silvio! This guy's a bull.
If we don't kill this prick, we should put him to work. This thing isn't working out the way we hoped. You know, with our friend with the funny sideburns.
What's that painting mean to you?
Nothing. It just reminds me of David Hockey.
I think we gotta, you know.
Look, I promised the father-in-law I wouldn't.
I didn't know what else to do.
You kill me, and a dark cloud goes over Shlomo's house. Either way, there'll be no get unless restitution is made.
You really would let me kill you, wouldn't you, you sick fuck?
You ever heard of the Masada? For 2 years, 900 Jews held their own against 15,000 Roman soldiers. They chose death before enslavement. And the Romans, where are they now?
You're looking at him, asshole.
I know when them motherfuckers wrote that, or I don't know if that was an ad lib or something they thought of on set. But whenever somebody came up with that, they were like, "Oh, that's fucking genius." You're looking at him, asshole. Right, because you know they're Italian.
And I warned you to keep away from those fanatics.
This guy's willing to go down with the ship like no man I've ever seen.
Maybe he's willing to go to the world to come, but if he's stuck here on this earth, I know one thing that no man wants to go through life without. Make like a moil, huh? Finish his bris.
Yeah.
I know it may not seem like it right now, but you guys will get back on your feet again. You'll see.
Camilla, I'm fine where I am. I never wanted to tell you this. It happened so long ago. You and Tony, you weren't even married. You were down at the shore with your parents that summer. You and Tony were on the outs. One thing led to another. We started dating each other, and Camilla, I slept with them. Really, it wasn't for me. Stop worrying about me. Really. I mean, we both made our choices. I'm fine with mine.
She out here hating. She's like, damn, I could have been with this motherfucker. Now look at where my life at. She out here hating. Like, what? You brought that story up because it be on your mind. You be sitting there like, God damn it. I could have been in this motherfucker. Look at this big ass house. It should be mine.
Hey, ZZ Top. The guy gave you the get, didn't he?
But not because of you. You scared him, threatened him with castration. But it was business that brought him around.
He wanted 50%. You wanted 25%. So I split the difference. I gave him 15%. He gives my daughter the divorce, and that
What's that?
for your considerable trouble.
As the Talmud says.
I don't give a shit what he says, okay? Now, you
What
listen
he
to me.
says.
You want to give your son-in-law 15% of the motel? You go ahead. It comes out of your end. Now, we got you your get. You get us our 25%.
I created a living golem.
What the fuck is a golem?
Some monster, Frankenstein.
Anyway, Paulie's downstairs. He thinks he broke his hand on the guy's head.
Digital.
We're wailing on this guy. I'm threatening to cut his dick off.
Should call the nurse.
He's mumbling and rocking back and forth and praying. I'm trying to get his pants off.
I think they should take my temperature again.
Yeah, call him.
This Christopher Moltisanti.
Christopher? What about him?
Him and his little friend. They're slapping me in the face, and they're hiding behind Tony.
Well, Tony always loved Christopher like a son. And so do I, Junior. He put up my storm windows for me one year. Maybe Christopher could use a little talking to. The other one, I don't know.
The fact he keep running to her looking for the okay.
He didn't even care I was there. It's just him and that fucking cancer. It's like he's already gone. I'm not afraid of death. Not if it's for something. But Jackie, to see this strong, beautiful man just wither away to nothing. You can't fight it.
You envy the Hasids and their beliefs?
All this shit's for nothing? And if all this shit's for nothing, why do I gotta think about it?
That's the mystery, isn't it? Do you feel like Frankenstein? A thing? Lacking humanity? Lacking human feelings?
Meadow wanted the crystal. If I didn't get it to her, she would have went down Jefferson Avenue. I don't want to die now. I didn't mean it. I am sorry. Don't shoot me. Don't shoot.
They high as shit. Look how sweaty their brow is. They needed to make it through that day. They took the SATs and goddamn had to do this recital. It's a lot of stress to put on children.
Hi, Jack. Bye, Jack.
Uncle was tired of that shit. First, let me start by saying don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you are subscribed, make sure to hit the notification bell. Shout out to all the new viewers. Shout out to all the subscribers. And I have a Patreon, full-length early reactions to things like this. If you'd like to, check it out. Let's see. On this one, what I will say first is they put a lot of thought into the scenes between Gandolfini and Lorraine Bracco. Like it's dope, right? The whole thing of him seeing the painting outside and questioning whether it's similar to a Rorschach test. And he's carrying on about it. And she's like, nah, I just got it from the gallery. He's like, yeah, fuck all that. And then later on, him seeing another painting, like, what does that mean to you, right? It's showing that he's finding meaning in other things, right? But by the end, we see while he's finding meaning, or at least seeking meaning, let's put it that way, he's seeking meaning in his life. You kind of get that answer at the end where he straight up is like, yo, what's even the point? Right? So this whole episode is like him seeking, at least on this whole psychological part of it, is trying to figure out what's the fucking point. Right? So he's looking at these paintings and it's almost him grasping at anything. And so when he sees Jackie, remember, he talks about Jackie. Hey, what do you know? Full head of hair, even though he's been going through chemo. And next time you see him, I mean, yo, he's completely out of it. Temperature super high. His hair is starting to thin, and it's hitting Tony, this whole thing of mortality. Then you start questioning, what's the point? They're doing all of this stuff. He's going and talking, and not only is talking about the work a way of trying to get Jackie's mind on something else, it's him going there and not being uneasy. So he's using the work and talking about it, and even though clearly he could see already that Jackie was out of it. And Tony, at this moment, is lost. See, before it was a question of him trying to figure out if he was lost or not. Now he knows he is. And so when he's asking what is even the purpose, and she just says the answer that we all come to, it's like, yeah, it's kind of crazy, right? To be given this gift, this gift of knowing you're going to die and knowing death. And now you just got to question it and keep questioning it. Now, some people have that ability to sort of fill it in with religion. And she asked, like, basically, are you jealous of the Hasidim? And in a way, he kind of was, because you saw them not fearing life because based off their religion, they have an understanding of death. So the the fucking the owner of the hotel, the father, he wasn't scared at all. He was like, "What? Fuck out of here! I ain't giving you shit, pussy." Like, yeah, he say all that, but he's like, "Man, fuck out of here!" And all Tony could do was like sort of growl and tell him, "This is what you're gonna do." Whereas normally he'd whoop some ass, but they already know that doesn't work on them. And it was funny that the other dude who isn't, he was like, "Yo, these people are fanatics." The other Jewish guy, he's like, "These people are fanatics, right?" It's interesting to see all these different areas of sort of like as I say, let's put it this way. The vulnerabilities are what's most at play and what's being highlighted here. So once again, we see this vulnerability. The gangster shit didn't work here, really. Like, yeah, they should have been paid all that work they put in. But for the guy to be like, we came to an understanding. He split the middle, and it's like it was more business related. It didn't even have nothing to do with him, even after doing that. And so these mobsters aren't shown as some sort of superheroes or nothing. In fact, they look goofy. They had this little old guy. He's let their ass have it. They like, "Hey, we need to put him to work for us, right?" That was pretty funny, and that's what I like about this. Somebody said in the comments, I think they said they hadn't seen it in a while, but the thing I remember them saying was when they first watched it, they didn't realize how much of a dark comedy it is. It's not so much of a drama, and I would say that I would definitely say that this has so much. I would say, right, like that last episode was about 50%. No, I won't say that. Maybe 75% serious, 25% on the funny side. But that the other first two, it was like, y'all saw me, I was dying. Chris is a fucking problem, and we knew it. And this episode, it's like, what the fuck are you doing? What are you doing? Right? Not only is he letting that dumbass who just got popped, he let that dumbass get him into trouble, and he knows who he work around. Like, I don't even think that was a strong enough thing for him to say to him that one time. Or what you gonna get me clipped? It's like, dog, nah, he needs to really understand this. That dude's is such a fucking dumbass, and of course he got popped. But Chris, now he's dealing drugs to Tony's daughter. The fuck are you doing? Right? So they not gonna be trying to hear all that, "Hey, let's fucking I was trying to help her out and all this, and I was gonna stop her from she could have been raped and all this." He'd have been like, "You don't think the wise thing would have been to come talk to me, her fucking parent?" All right. You know what I mean? Like, and you see those guys, those guys came and had fucking Chris looking like a dumbass. He sitting there spilling out his guts, and them guys are laughing at him, and he spilled out his guts over some shit that he knew he was wrong on. It was the first. Think about this. All the fucked up shit he's done so far. Yeah, the latest one that he had done was give the drugs to Tony's daughter, but he starts just going on about that because he knows how wrong it is. He knows it's fucking stupid. Not only you sell drugs to a child, you sold drugs to a mobster's fucking daughter. Like, how the fuck you think? Right. The uncle was getting tired of it. But what I do like is what the uncle does. And when I say I like it, I don't mean I like that the character is doing this. I mean, I like the sort of exploration of it. And it's this. Their family, right? Yeah, they mobsters, but they're family. And he almost goes and talks to Tony's mother, almost sort of seeking permission. He knew what he wanted to do this entire time. He knew what could have been taking place. Like, he said it. He knew about how Chris was. But when she says what she says, he just needed to know, "Can I do this?" She goes, right? Like, she's like, "Nah." He's like a son to Tony and to me. Put up the storm windows. That was his sort of okay, like, "Oh, all right, cool. I'll just pop the other dude. He ain't important to nobody." Right? And the uncle, he seems to be the mom. There's also this thing of she knows the family's business. She doesn't know currently what's going on or anything like that, but she knows the family's business. And I feel like if she's a little bit younger, she'd be a little bit more careful with her words and stuff like that because she knew what it would lead to. But on this one, she's talking and she knows the consequences of it, but she's at that age where who gives a fuck about consequences? I'm in a goddamn home. Like, right? So her and the uncle's relationship is going to be dope to see what else is done with him. But yeah, let's go. I can't believe I've gone this far without talking about this. His friend who owned the restaurant and the wife. Let's skip past everything because we already knew what happened there and all that. By the time we get to her telling Carmela about Tony, about like going with Tony when they was real young, it's like, I don't know what she thought she was doing by telling Carmela that. Like, just to let you know. Like, no. Not to let her know nothing. This is you low-key hating. It ain't even low-key. It's high-key. Right? Because it went from a point of, yes, there was a class thing. Right? We saw the perfectly done nails. The big-ass ring. And she does that, which is crazy. It's crazy. Like, that's your friend, right? Like, your friend, yeah. You know what I mean? You're not gonna over here now. Yeah, now. Right? Like, it was crazy. So, of course, we know how she felt. And that was almost her exercising something. By telling Carmela that, it was like Carmela's just looking like, the fuck? Meanwhile, that chick was working through some shit herself. Because after she reveals that, it's like, oh, I get this. Even if she doesn't feel this all the way, and she does feel a certain way about Tony and says it's not for me, there is that thing in the back of her head like, look at how she living with this dude. Right? You feel me? And then the thing of Tony helping, like, wanting to help the dude with the restaurant. They're right. You get into business with a mobster. He a mobster. Yeah, y'all friends, but okay. And I almost feel like them showing the food fight is a way to sort of make us, the viewer, kind of feel like, oh no, see, they're boys, they're friends. But when worse comes to worse, he's a mobster and you're not. He gonna strong arm you. That's how I feel about this. Hey man, of course, another dope episode, enjoyable episode. Next episode.